Yo, what's up, Blackish fam? It's your boy B. We're continuing to go through some of Tobe Nwigwe's work, and I've been really excited about the pieces that he has listed under his on his channel under the originals. Just the production level is sick, and I love that he normally puts his lyrics in with it. This guy brings it on multiple different levels, and it's actually been kind of exciting. Because I've become a really big fan of his work. This is probably my favorite artist. Yeah, we have the artists of yesteryear that never quite lose their place, right? The Nas, J. Cole, Joyner Lucas, everybody has their place. But this cat, what he's doing right now in the game is just so needed, right? Like he said in one of his raps, like, man, I rap just to control the ratio of coonery going on and buffoonery. Now, right, it's just to see a man with purpose, with the ones that he loves and the people, his day ones, still putting them on and putting out good music. Man, it's just a beautiful thing. So I am a fan. If you're a fan of Tobe, man, don't forget to not just like the video, but subscribe to the channel because we're going to be going through a lot of Tobe's work. But without further ado, let's get to Tobe Nwigwe. This is Reality. It's listed under the originals under the hashtag Get Twisted Sundays. Let's get right to it.
You know very well.
Get Twisted Sunday.
You know very well.
Oh, that's that sample.
You know very well.
You know, for those that don't know, that was sampled on Biggie's Juicy, right? You know very well who you are, right? But a lot of people don't know that. Well, I'm sure they do, but that's not Biggie's. That's not original to him. That's actually from a group in the early '80s. 1983, there was a funk soul group. The name, the way you spell it, is M-T-U-M-E. I don't know how to pronounce it. Tomb. I don't know, but. That's actually the group, and the track is actually called Juicy Fruit. Hence Juicy, right, for Biggie.
You know very well.
Look, it was all reality. My man really had no salary. Comes ragged. The chili bowl on my head was a tragedy. No one had to do what they was doing.
Yo, how many cats out there had their mama used to cut their hair, right? For me, it was my sister. She used to put that bowl on, right? I used to tell her, man, just take the bottom off. This is before the fade, right? I was just trying to get the bottom. Man, my sister jacked me up, man. It looked like you put how the bowl looked lopsided, right? My head got the doo-wop and shit. But yo, shout out to everyone who knows how, if you grew up poor, mama will cut your hair, right?
Look, it was all reality. My man really had no salary. Comes ragged. The chili bowl on my head was a tragedy. No one laughed at me because whether they were student or faculty, when they came to cabin, they referred to me as your majesty. Low-key. A coping mechanism. I told you because I was broken, hope it divert some attention from the fact that there was 5 kids living in.
Yo, shout out to a lot of us that we could roast with the best of them because we're so used to fighting off the wolves, right? I remember, we used to go to the thrift store, right? My mom would dress us in just bogus, and not even in old Bugle Boy jeans, right? Shoes that you get out the straight Kmart cart. Your shoes don't come in a box. They came in a crate, and you got to look for 2 that are the same size, right? And, you become really good at roasting and off the top remarks because you have to be quick with it. People, you see them coming, they be like, look at B, what type of shoes are those? I'd be like, I don't know, man, ask your mama. I'll be over there later. I'll let you know, And you just come with the roast and be like, look at you, bro. What type of shoes are those? Right? You got 3 more steps. You got 3 more fadeaways left in that bad boy, bro. Look at the laces, bro. What the hell you been wiping your ass with them? Whatever it is, right? But, to kick it off and be, to roast, some would argue that that's a defense mechanism, right? You're trying to take away from you being poor, broke. You're trying to justify, like, man, I don't give a fuck, man. At least I got this, man. But your mama a hoe, right? You look at your mom, bro, right? And it just kicks off something else. People in the hood know what's up, And actually, there is some history with that. And if you don't know, you should actually Google what's called playing the dozen. right? I don't know if you guys are familiar with that term. Growing up, you don't realize there's terminologies for some of the things that you do. This was just the way that we lived our life, right? We were poor, we were broke. So when we get together, we're chilling on the stoop, we're chilling on the porch, and we're just talking shit, right? They're like, bro, look at you. Hey, what's up with that girl? Man, we don't even call your girl by her name, bro. We call her Snacks, bro. I call your chick Little Debbie when she come over, bro. She always looking for them snacks. Bro, look at your, but it's actually, there's a term, and you can look it up and understand the history of it. It's called Playing the Dozens. The Dozens, it's a game, basically with spoken words between two contestants, right? This is the technical terminology. They say it's common in black communities where participants insult each other until one gives up. And it's, comments are made based on the other players' intelligence, appearance, competency, social status, financial situation. Some might argue also your mom, right? the your mama jokes, right? But there's actually a lot that goes into that. But they say that this is something that people used to do to pass time. That's definitely how we used it. But we didn't call it playing the dozens. There was never like, hey, you want to play the dozens? I got marbles. You want to go out? No, it wasn't that. It was just a way of life, right? In minority communities, we talk shit, right? That you ever see my cup? I always tell the kids, like, hey, always remember you ain't shit, right? Always, that's the way we move. But, I just wanted to reference that while we were bringing it up. This is part of my useless knowledge, but it's really interesting when you Google Playing the Dozens to understand the history and where that comes from.
On my head was a tragedy. No one laughed at me because whether they was student or faculty, when they came to capping, they referred to me as your majesty, low-key. A coping mechanism. I told jokes because I was broken, hoping divert some attention from the fact that we was 5 kids living in one room. Ain't hit me till we played hide and seek. Nowhere to run to but the closet. Deserve applause. So making it like a slum. Gotta be flown to some hella cultures to make it without the gun. Hear me loud and clearly. Ain't no Bambies on my block. They get turned to dear me.
Ooh, bro, yo, listen to the reference, right? He said there's no Bambies on the block, bro. You ain't gonna be walking around with that scary stuff. If you are, you get turned to deer meat, right? What's that, venison? All right, yo.
Hear me loud and clearly. Ain't no Bambies on my block.
Yo, that's the old hear ye. Oh, blessed be thy king face, right? Run that back. And man, I like the outfits, man. I actually learned from somebody in the comments that Tobe actually has a degree in merchandising and fashion. And he actually puts together all their outfits. Yo, that's sick, man. Again, just another level of artistry that we're seeing, right? Sick.
Hear me loud and clearly. Ain't no Bambies on my block, they get turned to dear me. Rap cats fear me, Yahweh steer me. Biggie must be near me, how these beats be dearly.
Yo, Yahweh, right? Just another way of saying God, if you would.
The party don't start it if you can't finish hard. My partner's retarded was jacking foreign cars. But we was just in high school though, when Marv safely on a date was advice to those guys who told me they can't live life too slow. And then I teach them how you can, how you flow. How that do it. I'ma grind till my mama out here drop top cool.
Hit him with that Street Fighter, that Hadouken, right? Shout out to the old school heads that know about playing that. What was that, on Sega Genesis back in the day? You could either be, everybody knew the best players were, what was it? It was Ken, Ryu, Blanca, Zangief, right? M. Bison, was it M. Bison? I know Blanca, you just hit that turbo hit. I used to roast my sister when her hair was all whooped. I used to say she looked like Blanca. She'd get salty. So. On a date was advice to those guys who told me they can't live life too slow. And then I teach them how you can, how you flow. How that do it. I'ma grind till my mama out here drop top cooping. Got choosing, block hot, crock pot brewing. Touch fat, I cock back and have your top so whooping. Yo.
Salt piece, look.
Yo, man, the man is just sick with it, right? I mean, this is next level, man. And I love how he drops it in there. The man is almost like every other song. It's like, yo, I got the flow and I'm a nice guy and I'll hit you with some talking shit, right? And we can kick it, we can vibe out. Then let me tell you about some black history. But he pulls up like, yo, fuck around and touch my family and find out, right? Fuck around and find out where the fuck I come from and how I earn these stripes, right? Fuck with my family. And I love that. There's something beautiful about that. And, I always say that on this channel, right? When I was young, people used to try to say that, it was not cool to be intellectual. You almost had to dumb yourself down to be cool. You had to be more of the class clown. And it's like, this is a different day, right? It is very cool to be an intellectual, to understand your place in the world and understand your history. It makes you just a deadly brother. And there's nothing wrong with saying like, I'll teach you about Malcolm X. I'll teach you about Martin Luther King Jr. And I'll even tell you about things that we should do to organize, right? We can be harmonious. We can even explore and have conversations about God. But you mess with my children, you mess with my wife, and I will put my foot in your ass, right? But I would also make you, you're going to understand where I come from, and you're going to understand the history and the streets that I was raised on. Because when it comes to family and playing fair, ain't no playing fair, bro. If you're on that list, you're going to get it, and you're going to feel that wrath. And I think that's completely okay, right? You could be a good brother, you could be a good dude, and still live for your family. If you're not doing it for the fam, who you doing it for, bro?
Hot got dookie. I'ma grind till my mama out here drop top cooping. Got choosing, block hot, crock pot brewing. Touch fat, I cock back and have your top suit whooping. Bloody. Whew. Saw peace, little buddy. Murder tracks and interludes. Puerto Rican McGusty. Used to wanna make the trunk stutter like Bubba Ray Dudley. Get my
just a few seconds here to catch the references. He's name dropping here, and I don't know who these cats are. Let's just
buddy. Murder tracks and interludes. Puerto Rican McGusty.
I know the Rican McGusty that's out by where he is, right? That's Big Reeks, right? Waxaholics. And I get it. I believe old boy's from Houston, if I'm not mistaken. But who else? I thought he referenced someone else here.
Hot got dookie. I'ma grind till my mama out here drop top cooping. Got choosing, block hot, crock pot brewing. Touch fat, I cock back and have your top suit whooping. Bloody. Whew. Saw peace, little buddy. Murder tracks and interludes. Puerto Rican McGusty. Used to wanna make the trunk stutter like Bubba Ray Dudley. Get my highly effective habit straight from thieving a cupboard. Hell, I be reading on the low. Disagree with being broke. Ultra light big crock pot brewing.
It's possible that they got the lyrics wrong, but if this is the lyrics on his own video, let me make sure I got it right.
Touch fat, I cock back and have your top suit whooping. Bloody. Whew. Saw peace, little buddy. Murder tracks and interludes. Puerto Rican McGusty. Used to wanna make the trunk stutter like Bubba Ray.
Okay, yeah, I think they did get it wrong because it says Shutter, like Bubba Ray Dudley. Bubba Ray was this is a wrestler. But didn't he, right, there's a stutter, right, it's buh. I think it's a play on words, right, I think dude was he stuttered. I'm not a big wrestling fan, but I believe he's talking about the stutter of Bubba Ray Dudley. What is it, the Dudley Boys, something like that. That's a big name in our family too, Dudley. So I know the reference.
Ray Dudley, get my highly effective habit straight from thieving a cupboard.
Ooh, and Stephen Lovely, he wrote that the seven habits of highly effective people. That's what he's referencing. That's sick, man. Just to know that, and again, there's nothing wrong with being an intellectual and being cool, right, and being hip hop. Nothing wrong with that at all. And I love that he showcases that. His references just show that he's a well-rounded man, right? There's just the fact that he can point that out, and he's speaking to dudes that are from the streets, but he's also speaking to educated dudes that just like good hip-hop and good music, and there's a disconnect there, right? And one could argue that he's bridging that gap. I love what he stands for, man. This cat is something different.
Trunk stutter like Bubba Ray Dudley. Get my highly effective habit straight from thieving a cupboard. Hell, I be reading on the low. Disagree with being broke. Ultra light beaming low. Keep it like a beacon when I float. I remember being cold. We were sleeping head to toe.
Who else was so poor back in the day that when your people come over, whether it be you sleep head to toe, right? Because you all on one bed. Especially if there's guys and girls and people get weird about you sleeping with your cousins or whatnot. You just go head to toe. You just be facing one end, they be facing the other. You got someone's dirty feet and socks all up in your face. But you know what? Shout out to For those the real ones know this, man. Those are some of the best nights ever, right? With the cousins or your friends when you just are all acting a fool on some couch bed at your grandma's house, and they're just days that you can't recreate, right? You can't. All the money in the world, you can never get that time back, and it's just a different world today, man. But before cell phones, right? Before the internet, the love between families and the dynamic between families and how you would interact was sick. Because keep in mind, you were running around in the streets, right? You were playing, you were riding bikes, digging holes, playing in dirt. So when your cousins came by, these are like your people. You're introducing them to your friends, and yo, it's just fun, man. You're making Kool-Aid, running to the corner store to get the big freeze pops on your bikes, and playing cards and tennis balls and the wheels. Like there was just so much. I feel so blessed to have lived that because we were truly blessed to have experienced that, but then to also experience and understand the internet, right? I'm a pretty technically savvy guy, but I also understand the value of not having the technology. Some would argue that have even made our world, we have all this communication that connects us, but we're still so separate, right? We're still so alone, even when we're all connected. Man, shout outs again, just to writing. It's so sick to make you revisit that place in your head. It's just nice. And look at the dance moves again. Just another form of artistry that they're bringing to the table. And one would argue that it's something that he didn't have to do, right? The song is already sick. He could be sitting on Impala, right, and just chilling in a parking lot, flowing, and this would be as sick. But the fact that he's got his producer, his wife, they're doing this together, just the whole everything tied together just makes it next level. Let's run it back a few seconds here.
The trunk stutter like Bubba Ray Dudley. Get my highly effective habit straight from leaving a cubby. Got to be reading on the low. Disagree with being bro. Ultra like being low. Keep it like a beacon when I flow. I remember being cold. We were sleeping head to toe. Jacking oatmeal cookies and star crunches from stock to go. Guess jeans, penny loaves. Every day I was digesting. Plenty jokes. It was cold. Who never thought that I heat up, put instrumentals on my plate and break them down and eat them up? Not me. Before this, I played ball. You can Google me. If I met you in the hole, it was a eulogy. I swear to God, it amuses me.
And I believe he's actually talking about basketball. Now, I know he played football. Somebody in the comment section actually put me on and told me about his football career. You can Google it. But I used to play ball too. I'm not much. I'm just about an inch or so shorter than him. I'm about 6'1". But he said, you get me in the hole, right? It's your eulogy, bro. You're dead. I'm killing you. I'm bodying you down here, bro. Just sick with it. I love it.
If I met you in the hole, it was a eulogy. I swear to God, it amuses me how I went from broad shoeing me to trying to groove with me because I've musically transitioned. Now I'm at a high level. Caught me in the rainy season.
Man, just with the dance moves too. I don't know how they can. How you can do that, and he's going with the flow and not skipping the beat, and then all of a sudden they're in sync, bro. It's just these cats are on. This is like like the he understood the assignment time kind of deal, but they are committed to this, right? There is no way that this is not working out for them, right? This is next level on every possible. Like, how can you want more than this from an artist, right?
I swear to God, it amused.
Look at when they just pop and how smooth the transition is when they just start dancing with one another, right? And just don't miss a beat at all.
This is me how I went from broad shoeing me to trying to groove with me because I've musically transitioned. Now I'm at a high level. Caught me in the rainy season, it's some dry weather. I chose fat because I knew I couldn't acquire better. Me and fat notebook status, we trying to die together. Don't smoke, but if I did, we get high together. Or do like the OJs and probably cry together. I ain't gonna lie, we was abstinent to the highest level, but dog, this ceremony over. It means it's pie for dinner over.
There's pie for dinner. I'm eating, bro. There ain't no abstinence here anymore, right? And look how beautiful it is. Look at the pose, right? Look how sick that is. It's just another level of beauty, right? And not to take anything away, I'm a married man. I have my wife; she's beautiful. But it's beauty, not in the. I'm not saying that in a sexual way, not to take anything away from fat. She is beautiful, but there's a level of beauty that's coming from them being in love, if you would, if that makes sense.
J's and probably cry together. I ain't gonna lie, we was abstinent to the highest level, but dog, this ceremony over. That means it's popping down the O.
Yeah.
Dog, this ceremony over. That means it's popping down the O.
Yes, sir. Who you are? Ooh. She's holding the pose. Just want to let it ride out and make sure I don't miss anything there. Bro, this whole group, it's kind of funny. Just based on everything that I know about him so far, and their love story, and his producer, and how they're always together, I'm kind of amazed that the group isn't called like Tobe Nwigwe and the Originals, right? Or Wigwe and this, right? Like a play on that, because they're always together, and it seems like he keeps the crew together. But this cat is legit my favorite artist right now, and his work is just incredible, next level. If you're a fan of not just good music, there's that altar call, right? But if you're just a fan of just the imagery, the package, right? Man, don't forget to subscribe. We're going to go through their catalog. That's how much I like their work. So, get on board for it, bro. We're going to do this. And, it's been beautiful. It's been my pleasure going through this catalog.